Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, and former mortician's assistant. Beware, beware. That might not be a phone jingling in your pocket. Join the Nevermorians for morning mischief and madness at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central. Your sense of humor is the only thing you need to wear.
Good morning, everyone. How the heck are you? This is Brian K. Morris, and this is Nevermind the Furthermore, the interactive talk show where you are the guest and possibly the host if I decide to go out and get a pizza or something. Anyway, glad to have you here. Whether you're live or you're watching us on the reruns, we do appreciate your presence. And if you're watching on Facebook, whether it's on the Indie Event or the Rising Tide Network, please give that page a like. Give this video a like if you would, please, or a love, some sort of reaction, because it does help us get a little more visibility. And if you're watching us on YouTube, if you like what you're seeing, please, give this a thumbs up. It doesn't take but a second to give this a thumbs up, laddie. And also, please subscribe to this channel and ring that bell so you'll be notified of all future appearances. This show is powered by geekinsider.com, which you got to check out because it's got all kinds of cool stuff on there, and Rising Tide Publications. I'm very fond of their main author. Anyway, hope you're having a great Friday. Hope your week has gone well. Ours has. Mine and cookies, and we're looking forward to the weekend, as I'm sure you all are. And let's just jump right into your comments here, because that's what makes the show fun. And Teresa Dunn, good morning, Brian. It is good to be me. Yes, it is, Teresa. Mwah. Glad you're here watching on YouTube. And Teresa just finished her video for the upcoming Imagine Other Worlds with Authors that will be happening. Let me check my calendar. Right here, where I've written it down. Yes, Saturday, November. Yeah, we're into October yet. Brian, catch up. 7th and 8th, the Indie Author Book X. No, God, hold on. All right, November 7th and 8th, coming out to you from Iowa. The Iowa event, Imagine Other Worlds with Authors, with some really cool people, including Teresa Dunn and myself. That'll be Saturday, November 7th and November 8th. Also, on November 7th, the MAPLD, great place out of the Matson Public Library, Matson, Illinois. Maria Gonzalez is putting on an Author Appreciation Day on the 7th, and I'm hoping to be involved with that too. And let's see what else we got here. Programming notes. Last Tuesday, we had an interview on Clever Title Pending with Jim Beard. That turned out spectacularly. You need to watch that. Please do. You can find it on YouTube and or Rising Tide Publications page, wherever you're watching this right now, pretty much. And this coming Sunday night at 9 p.m., I will be on Russell Allen's show. We're going to talk about writing and creativity. We are going to have fun. There will be no choice, no compromise. Fun will be had. And good morning to you, Carl Witzman. Hope you're doing well, my friend. And Zoltarman has joined us. Silvio, good to see you, brother. Hope your morning is going well. And here we go. We have Facebook user. That is someone who did not go to the link that is Happy Friday. It's a data entry kind of morning, so I get to listen in. Is this would this be Cindy? Okay. Anyway, it's just showing as Facebook user off of Facebook, and must be a new account or something. But anyway, before you come here, if you'll see in the introduction to the show and the pros and all, that there is a place on Facebook you can go in and just like the page, and you will then get to come back on here or anyone who streams from StreamYard, and your avatar will show up as well as your name, so I know who I'm talking to. So anyway, it's good to see you. Hope your morning's going well. And speaking of Cindy Kep, go to CKOEPP.com, CKOEPP.com, and check out Cindy's work. She is awesome. And Carl Witzman says, Teresa has a good attitude today. Yes, she does. I'm very proud of her. She has accomplished something that she didn't think she could do, namely get that video done. And she came through with flying colors, I understand. So Aaron and I are both proud of you, hon. And Charles F. Millhouse, good morning. Good morning to you, brother. Hope you are doing well today. And Magi J. Caretaker, hi, my friend. How are you? I am excellent, sir. How is my magical friend today? And Snappy Dresser. Yes, Magi Jake, we met last week at the Non-Con 5 event, a fantastic paranormal convention. And we loved his jackets, and he showed me where he got them, and there might be some shiny in my future, if you know what I mean. And Robert Bay says, good morning, and good morning to you, Robert. Hope your morning is going well, my friend. And Carl Witzman is putting my like on before I forget. Yes, please, react to this show. We have some people. Brian Rodman, good to see you, brother, and he's given the show some love. I appreciate that. And Amy Hale, mwah, darling, glad to see you again. She was at the event last week, and let's see, and Carl Witzman did. Thank you both for your reaction. It does, when you do that, when you give this a like or a love, and even if you like at me, this does help in the algorithms. This helps in our visibility. I think the frowny face might possibly drop you off of us off of your news feed. So I know that's how it works on YouTube. You know, when you give it a thumbs down, it's suddenly goes off your news feed or your notifications. So that's why you got to ring the bell. So even if you get annoyed with what I do, you can still come back and get annoyed later. Joe McKeel, the host of Stupid O'Clock, great shows last night, sir. Always a pleasure to have you here. Morning, all you Nevermorians. Well, you're a Nevermorian too. Don't you forget that, my brother. And good to see you. Don't forget, Stupid O'Clock will be coming back at 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central Time this coming Saturday. All right. And good morning, Carl Wisman says, everyone on Facebook. He's checking up on y'all. Y'all better be good. And he's just like Santa Claus. He can see you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows where you left your wallet. Anyway, Joe McKeel, coffee cup is empty. BRB. Oh, brother, hurry back. You notice I had to have my can of spinach this morning. And Charles F. Millhouse making chocolate chip pancakes at work today. Yum, yum. I think I know what Cookie and I are having for lunch today. I can eat pancakes any meal of the day. I love pancakes. And Christian Basil, mwah to you, my brother. Arise, arise, Friday Moore's monster, and put an end to the week of agonizing debates and political shenanigans. Arise and move us into the realm that is the weekend, and set the people of the kingdoms free. And furthermore, move on. Oh, wait, shiny thing. And Christian was our guest host last week. He did a spectacular job. And of course, Christian, you are welcome here anytime because you are so much fun. And this coming Tuesday at 6 p.m., check out The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. We are going to discuss, does the Doctor believe in ghosts or not? Anyway, we'll be talking up that subject. And if you're wondering what the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS is, well, wonder no more, my friends, because I am about to show you. If I can cue that up real fast. I meant to do this, really. Yeah, this show is totally under control. Yeah, one out of 13 doctors disagrees. Anyway, here's why we get so excited about Christian Basil and why you need to be tuning in this coming Tuesday night.
This is The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
So become part of the legend. Join us for Legend of the Traveling TARDIS this coming Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central. And it's going to be a great panel. It's going to be a great time. And when you watch it, don't forget, we're on that night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, with a new Clever Tile pending, where we will be with our dear friend, Michaela Jade. She puts a smile on your face and a vibration in your pocket. Anyway, once you realize that once you go to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, then bop on over to ours. What do you mean you don't want to go? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Everyone else is behind. Come on, really, it's me, and we're gonna have Michaela Jade. Now, doesn't that sound good? Yeah, you bet it does, and I bet we can get you to agree. Yeah. See. Yeah, a lot of these doctors, yep, Yep. A lot of these doctors agree, and even someone who isn't a doctor. Oh, yeah. And just remember, folks, smile. It's Friday. Okay, back to your comments, folks. Christian, looking forward to this week. I really am. And good morning, all, from Amy Hale, author.amyhale.com, author Amy Hale on Facebook, also Amy Hale's Angels on Facebook as well. Great author. Fantastic person. Looking forward to reading my book. And Carleen from YouTube is, hi, everyone. Hi to you, Carly. Mwah, glad to see you. Hope everything's going well. And there she is, my giantess. Morning from Meredith Logren. Mwah, how are you, darling? Morning, Nevermorians, popping in to give the loves. Got to get some work done. Say, what? Work? What the heck, girl? What's this work thing you talk about? We're at home. We don't wear pants. How can we be working if we don't have pants? And how can we have our meat if we don't have any dessert? But anyway, glad you're here, Meredith. As always, mwah. Hope the day is treating you well. Really, I do. And speaking of people, I hope the day is treating well. There's my artist friend, Jeffrey Hayes, and we're going to talk more about what we talked about the other day, Jeffrey. Morning all. Make it a great Friday. You are helping, sir. Go to Plasma. If you really want to have a great Friday, go to plasmafiregraphics.com or the Plasma Fire Graphics on Facebook and get ready to be impressed. Jeffrey is a very prolific cover artist, and he's just recently redone Jim Beard's first two Sergeant Janus books, along with a brand new Sergeant Janus volume that I'm looking forward to picking up. And he's just a really talented guy and a great guy to boot. And I'm just excited to see anytime he's got some new work coming out. And you'll see some stuff with us, too. And, hey, Carly, says Carl Witzman, we really need to get that LAN cable over to the Nevermind bunker. Yeah. Actually, Carl, I found the other night I was having trouble, for the Jim Beard thing. We had some really crappy interwebs that day, and I managed to run a very short LAN cable over to my router, but it is a precarious balance. It almost looks like Rube Goldberg designed it. So a longer cable would be gratefully accepted, sir. But anyway, I got to talk to you about that after the show, too, about this weekend. And Brian Rodman has joined us, very talented guy, brianrodman.com. How you doing, brother? Good morning, my fellow Brian and Nevermore. It's excited to celebrate the Friday with you. Happy second day of Halloween. Yes, this is Halloween month. And actually, Brian, you bring up a good point, because there's a lot going on this month. And I'm not talking about that great Halloween event at the end of the month that we're going to have it. The COVID be damned. The My Sharona Miley Cyrus Peter pandemic can do many things. It can disrupt society. It can put a crimp in the economy. But you know what it can't do? It can't stop Halloween. Halloween is too mighty for that. And there's a lot going on. Not only do we have some great guests coming up on a clever title pending, and maybe somebody will drop in here on Nevermind the Furthermore, who knows? But we've got some really good stuff coming up here, and I'm excited. For one thing, aside from the clever title pendings, we're going to have a special clever title pending on October 30th, Halloween Eve, the Devil's Night. And we're going to have the former mayor of Hell in, Master Ron Fitzgerald, Chicago-based illusionist, actor, producer, everything else. He delivers milk. He does needlepoint. He's great. No, seriously, he's a fantastic illusionist, a great friend. And we're going to do kind of an exchange here. He's going to be on a special clever title pending on Friday, October 30th at 8 p.m. And then the next night at 8 p.m., Master Ron is going to host his own Halloween Spectacular. He's already started advertising for it on Facebook. Please sign up for it. And if you want more information, go to his Facebook page or to fitzgeraldsrealm.com. And the reason I'm pushing that so heavily, aside from the fact that he's my friend, is that I'm going to be on that show. I will be guest starring on that show. That'll be fun. I'm going to have a little segment on there. I think he's going to saw me in half and run me through a wood chipper. I'm not sure how that trick works, but I'm told it's fun. Anyway, please check it out. Also, this is Inktober for all you artists out there. This is where every day you ink the pencils or over a drawing of someone else. It's a really fun event, and then you post it every day. And I've seen like 2 or 3 different charts as far as who to get your inspiration from. I saw one yesterday. It was like a sword, and then the next day was a power blast from your hands or your arm or your weapon or whatever. And it's things like that. And also, this is the month, if you're going to get involved with National Novel Writing Month in November, NaNoWriMo, as our friends call it, this is the month you prepare. This is when you lay out your plot ideas. This is where you do your character sheets and all your prep, your research and everything. And then starting I don't know what day it is. No, see, so it's 31st. It'd be Sunday, November 1st. You start writing, and your goal is to get 50,000 words by the end of the month. By November 30th, you should have 50,000 words of your first draft. Don't worry about editing. Don't worry about anything, but getting that 50K word count down. And that's only like something like 1,670 words per day, which for most people is doable. Okay, so we'll be having more on NaNoWriMo and Preptober, I believe it's called, in the weeks to come. So anyway, Magi Jake, it was epic this week. I've been listening to a group called Celtic Women all week, and this weekend I got tons of gigs coming up. Magi Jake, that is good news. And I've heard Celtic Women. That is good stuff. They do great music, and don't they do the dancing too, like the Michael Flatley stuff, if I'm remembering correctly? And anyway, they're crazy talented and good stuff. And plus, I got to meet you last week, Magi Jake. That was a highlight for me. Also, another highlight is Kim Perry, real life friend to the superheroes, and a wonderful lady. Kim, we love you, and we hope you're doing well, hon. Let's see if I missed anyone. I see Rochelle Lester's joined us, and Ted Davies, brother. Good to see you, both of you. Heck, it is wonderful. And sometimes I don't look at my phone, so I don't know you're here. So please say hello, all right? Because it makes me happy to greet you, all right? And John B. Pica, John. Oh man, I hope you're obviously elevated. You can, John. He came down with a case of the My Sharona Miley Cyrus. So anyway, please. Be well, my friend. I hope you're feeling better. We'll get to your comment in a moment, okay? And Charles F. Melhouse says, KDP, that's Kindle Direct Publishing Horror Story. My buddy Lawrence ordered 50 copies of his book, Ghostly Legends, and he received 50 copies of a children's book from another author. Trying to figure out was a complete mess. Oh, my God. Well, I think I told you, I have a friend, Paul Kupperberg, a professional writer whose Kickstarter just wound up and was successful. By the way, he reached his $5,000 stretch goal. So we're going to get all kinds of stuff when that thing's done. Anyway, a previous Kickstarter project, he had to order something like 150 copies of his book, and it came in 146 different envelopes. KDP, their customer service has gone straight to hell. I've talked to people who have had pages printed upside down. I have one friend whose first chapter was printed upside down, but the rest of it was correct. Oh, it's just, KDP. That is why I am honestly exploring other options for printing. KDP will be on that list, but it will not be my primary publisher. But we will talk about that as the months unfold. Especially when I get involved with this man here. YouTube feed's so much better. Facebook feed sucks. Yeah, Jeff, that's the one thing. We have noticed, thanks to the research done by Carl Witzman and Carleen, that Facebook is okay. But if you watch us on YouTube, on the Geek Insider page or the Brian K. Morris Rising Tide Publications page. That one I'm really fond of. And be sure to give that one a like. It needs the help. Carl and Carly have noted that the feed on Facebook is a little slower and not as high quality as the YouTube offerings. So we are delighted to be on YouTube, and thank you, Meredith Logren. We love you. We're not, in fact, our Clever Title Pending show is now also on 3 different podcast venues. We are on Spotify, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. So if you like just listening to me and not having to look at my my Fez covered gob, you can bop on over there, download the episode, and take it with you. I could be in your pocket anytime you want. Anyway, but yeah, YouTube is a little bit kinder, and plus we can use the algorithms and thumbs up back at you, Carleen. And Facebook user, let me switch sites. Okay, that's cool. And Jeffrey Hayes, that being said, good Friday, y'all. Good Friday to you, Jeffrey. And all things considered, this can be a good Friday. And not just that other one they talk about. Because we're going into the weekend, the fall is coming. That means the leaves are going to change color, and that's always worth filling up the gas tank for and going down like those roads that we have in the Midwest where you're surrounded by trees for a couple miles. I am so looking forward to getting out and doing that. Plus, we're getting some work done that if we don't get something out from Rising Tide by the end of the year, we have got an explosion of projects coming out. Not just Doc Saga, but something we have picked up, or I should say Cookie has picked up. I've got to get over this idea that I can do it all. Okay, because apparently I can't. And she has done a spectacular job of a special project that we are going to be talking about. Oh, and speaking of special projects, we're still having a soft opening for my Patreon page. And we've already got some people supporting me. Thank you very much. You don't know how much I appreciate that. I really do. And we posted the second chapter of our first draft flash novel yesterday. The second chapter went up, and we're waiting for your comments. And if you are a Patreon at the $5 level or higher, you can have advanced access to that. There is no editing. I think I do like one run through from with Grammarly, and that's it. But as far as content, I don't edit it, and we are writing it on the seat of our pants. Oh yeah, it's kind of a challenge, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm having fun with it so far. I'm just starting chapter 6. I'm trying to work ahead, so I've got chapter 6 started. And chapter 2 just went up online yesterday. So please become a patron and get some stuff. I'm not going to have you just give me money every month. I'm going to see that you have something for it, that it's worth your while. And we want to say hello to Chad Nuss. Chad, good to see you. Hope all is going well. And Alex Pendland. Mwah. Alex, how you doing, darling? I hope you are well. Much love from across the sea. Hey, we're now international when you watch. Holy cats, that's great. I love this. We're now being, Alex is watching us from Scotland. We met at the Imagine Other Worlds with Authors event a couple of years ago and got to see each other last year at the Indie Author Book Expo. And then she went to Scotland to get her degree. She received an incredible opportunity. I'm so proud of you, Alex, for latching on to that. And that's something we talk about a lot with the Rising Tide, that doors will open for you. You do this right, and you do it with the right feeling in your heart. Doors will open. And when they do, you gotta be ready to toss yourself through it and then figure out what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, Alex, we're so glad to see you and so proud of you. And Cindy Cap, there she is now. So now does it know who I am? Yes, now we are aware of your presence. When you said that data entry thing, Cindy, that's what I thought you were. I'm glad to see you here as always. Don't forget Animalize, Cindy Cap's brand new novel, available on Amazon and bearpublications.com. Also go to CKOEPP.com and check out her website, and also sign up for her monthly newsletter. The bird's the word. And Cindy is the author. She is wonderful, and this is the best newsletter. I look forward to getting it every month. And Carl Witzman's, I miss Carl. Nope. Joe McHale, BKM feed is as crisp and slightly used new dollar bill. That's the way I like to see myself, as slightly used as well. We just shot past a whole bunch of comments here. Let me catch up to where I was, and there we go. I'm glad it's working out on Facebook. We did a little trick to that. Thank you, Carl. That gets us a little better picture. But like I said, it looks. If you ever saw the Doctor Who films with Peter Cushing, the way I hooked it up to the router is almost like the interior of the TARDIS, which is probably unsafe as hell. But anyway, Carl, we're trying to learn here. We are. And Carl Wisman says, meanwhile, 50 kids are getting the snot scared out of them. Yeah, could be. And Ted Davies brings coffee for us all. And good morning, all. Good morning to you, Ted. Hope you're having a great morning so far. You and Chris both. Probably see you tonight on the Drunken Rant. Uncle Carl's Drunken Rant occurs tonight at 8 p.m. on Uncle Carl's Secret Humor page. And if you want to become a part of the Secret Humor page, contact Carl or Carly or myself. We can get you in there. And you must have a great, highly refined sense of humor. And you better have your emotional shielding up, because if you're triggerable, you will not want to be there. We don't exactly hold to social custom. The sorry nanas fly constantly. And Carl Witzman, yep, says Charles F. Millhouse, and video just improved 100% for some reason. Hard telling why. Maybe I just mentioned that I'm doing it correctly for once. And Carl sees me while I'm sleeping. Oh my, hashtag 50 Shades of Christian, says Brian Rodman. Yeah, it's when Christian can see you when you're sleeping. Chances are he's standing at the foot of your bed when it's happening. Happy Halloween. And Charles F. Millhouse says, good morning, Amy. We got to see, all three of us got to see each other, along with Molly Daniels and John B. Pica and Magi J. Caretaker this last weekend at Non-Con 5. And the only thing better than Non-Con 5 is going to be Non-Con 6. And Joe McKeel says, okay, back, given the news of the day, I ain't got enough popcorn to watch Facebook. I haven't verified it yet, but I heard there's someone who has COVID. And I don't know if it's a fake yet. I'm not on that account, but I hear that I don't like to spread rumors. If it's not true, could someone verify this for me? Is this from the legitimate feed? According to the real Donald Trump on Twitter this morning, he claims that he and Melania have tested positive for COVID-19. And we're not going to get in a discussion about how much he deserves it. Okay, this is not the place for it. Any comments like that will not be read on the air. But anyway, not to get political about it and not to gloat over it either, because this is a serious thing. But if it's true, it just shows that it can happen to anyone. And Magi J. Caretaker says, when I went to get the flu mist, my dad wanted me to get the shot first. I hate needles, but luckily the place where I was going had the mist. It was way easier. I hear the mist is as effective, almost as effective as the shot. It's like that difference between 100% and 99.999% sort of thing. I get the shot because we get it at our local pharmacy, at our Kroger's, and it's the people giving the shots there. Holy cats! I mean, I don't watch the needle go in. That disturbs the hell out of me. I'll probably wind up fainting if I do that. But when it comes to once it's in, I'm fine. I can look at it then. But it's just that. Oh God, the room's spinning just thinking about it. Anyway, but the people administering the shots have been awesome since we started going there. I barely register that it's gone. The needle has penetrated my skin. They are that good. And then he gave me a lollipop and I stopped crying. It's all good. And from YouTube, the one, the only, the upcoming to clever title pending. Hey guys and gals, says Michaela Jade, mom, author Michaela Jade. How are you? Check out Warrior's Secret on Facebook and barnesandnoble.com. You'll be glad you did. And this lovely lady is going to be on the clever title pending this coming Tuesday, right after I appear with Christian Basil on The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. It's going to be a great night. If you like seeing me, Tuesday's going to be your night. You're going to be sick of me before the week's over if you aren't already. And I'll check in later. And working today, so I just get to listen. Well, Christian, she's here. Start making your journey into her pocket or her bra worthwhile. Charles F. Millhouse says Jeffrey Hayes is providing a fabulous cover for my upcoming Evolution Man retro sci-fi book. I'm excited. And I'm, of course, I'm going to talk to him about Doc Saga, and we're both going for that 70s feel to our books, and I'm so excited. I really am to work with Jeffrey. And Michaela J says, I'm doing aeration, so my time with y'all is limited. Catch me in Knoxville, Illinois at Hidden Hills Winery. What could be better than romance books, art, and wine? That's true, especially if they happen simultaneously and movies or it didn't happen. Anyway, Saturday and Sunday, Michaela Jade. You can meet the one, the only Michaela Jade in person. Catch her at Knoxville, Illinois at the Hidden Hills Winery, and get yourself some hooch and get yourself some moving on. There's Trevor Hawkins. Hello, Trevor. How you doing? Much love, brother. Hope the day is treating you well, sir. Good to see you as always. Trevor is an incredibly talented artist. Check out his work on my work. He is the cover artist to Volcano, Rebirth of the Champion, as well as Sadistine and the Haunting Scripts of Bachelor's Grove. So please talk to him for your cover needs, and to Jeffrey Hayes. Talk to them both. Have them both do your covers. All of them. All right. And Jeff Hayes says, love Inktober, but time spent sketching and inking is time best used for finishing covers. Oh, that's true. That's true. John B. Pica says, I'm still not sure. Well, dude, I hope you are on the mend. I saw you had like a little surge of health yesterday. Yeah, John tested positive. John, we have been praying for you constantly. All right. We hope you get to feeling better soon. And I'll try to plug you, Michaela, says Carl Witzman. Well, and Christian Basil's going, me next. And Brian Rodman says, if you haven't already, head on over to bit.ly/Dast Dingoes and check out the latest episode of the Dastardly Dingoes podcast with the amazingly talented and overall okay individual Chad Nuss. Well, then again, if he's on that show, you can question how okay Chad Nuss is. He's a great artist, though. He's awesome. And also, there's an upcoming show with a certain fez-wearing person. That's right, Carl Witzman. No, not him, me. But anyway, no, I had a great time at the Dastardly Dingoes podcast. I gotta check out that show, and I think you should too. Dastardly Dingoes is fun. You will love it. And speaking of people we love, good morning, Eric Hawkins. Good to see you, man. Saw your ash drawing yesterday. That was sweet. Anyway, Eric Hawkins is the illustrator and writer of the Zombieful World of Oz, the best comic book on the stands right now, even off the stands, even in a pile of books on the corner of your desk. It's the best comic book on the corner of your table. Anyway, Magi J. Caretaker, it was an honor performing for you. And yes, they river dance in their shows and they do epic songs. Yeah, they do a lot of great work. I really love that the Irish style of dancing, the Michael Flatley Lord of the Dance sort of thing. Especially that long line like the Rockettes, and they start doing all that movement in place, and the sound of their heels hitting the floor. I just love that stuff. I really do. And I love Celtic music anyway. So good stuff, Magi Jake. Good stuff. Carl Witzman says, since she's working today, I'll plug author Michaela Jade. All right, Warrior Secret Elite Warrior novel. Check that out on Amazon. You'll be glad you did. And so will Michaela Jade. Seriously, she's a great writer, and she's working on sequels right now. You will love what you see. And Trevor Hawkins says, I'm doing Inktober, going with a Muppets theme. Oh, cool. Very cool. That's true. You can pick the subjects of your Inktober. Some people are giving prompts. That I should have said that earlier, but cool. I will be looking on Instagram for your stuff. Look for Freaky Philosophy Fridays, all with F's. Because that is the tragedy of the public school system. Anyway, Trevor Hawkins is on, he isn't on Facebook, but he is on YouTube. He is on Instagram. Please friend this guy. He is fantastic. And someone else who's also on Instagram and needs friending, there's Philip Thompson. Morning. Did you see my Inktober drawings? No, I haven't been on Instagram in a couple days. So Philip, I will check that out today, sir. And Philip is putting out his book soon. John B. Pike, I've had to cancel many shows this month for obvious reasons. Yeah, man. And that's the thing. Saturday when I saw you, John just looks so healthy. How's your, the lady that was with you? How's she? I trust she's doing okay. And the thing is, we tried to stay safe. We did drop our masks long enough to take a picture, but my understanding is prolonged contact, and we didn't. It's not like we kissed or anything. So we're. I'm at the usual state of paranoia. But anyway, John has tested positive. We hope you get feeling better, brother, and fast. All right, this world needs you, and we need the Impossibilists to save us. Check out the Impossibilists on various places. Facebook, YouTube, also their Patreon page. Look up Impossibilists there. Go to johnpica.com and get the array of his amazing activities online. Brian Rodman, tonight, tune into my Facebook page for The Background Show with me and Chad Nuss and Alex Shinos. I have mispronounced it. And Alex, we will be doodling the doodles and chatting the chats with you from the comment section. You don't want to miss our shenaniganery. The second time I almost got it. That was pretty good. Anyway, check out the work of Brian Rodman. And he's going to be promoting that book. He has just finished the 6th issue of, and I read the first 2. It is a delight. It is really cool. And the background show will be on at 8 p.m. Eastern time. A lot of stuff is happening at 8 p.m. Carl's also got his drunken rant. Tune into both of them. You can multitask, people. Tune into Brian's show and tune in to Carl's drunken rant. How's that? And glad to see you here today, John. Hope you're doing better, says Carl Witzman. Yeah, we all do, John. We are all praying for you. And there you go in my pocket. Anyway, Molly Daniels also with us at NonCon. Good to see you, hon. Mwah. I'm awake. Good morning, everyone. Well, you don't have to be awake to watch this show. Anyway, we hope we can give you some energy to get your day started here. And let me get back to your comments. Just scroll past a load of them, and there we go. Joe McKeel, BKM feed. It says Christmas is slightly used new dollar bill. Well, we're trying, my friend. We're trying. Trevor Hawkins, Funky Philosophy Fridays is my Instagram handle if you all might want to see. And you do. Trevor posts a lot of his art and some really cool stuff, and he has several out of control fetishes of all things Kryptonian and Muppetanian. And Scooby-Dooian. We share all 3 interests. Weekend with Daphne. Anyway, please check out the work of Trevor Hawkins on Instagram. He is amazing. And there she is, Ariana R. Cherry. Good morning. Finally managed one of your shows for once. Well, it's about time. We've been vamping till you could get here. Anyway, check out Ariana's channel on Facebook. She had a wonderful interview with me, just dropped yesterday, I think it was. We had a great time catching up, great time talking to each other. We cover a lot of grounds, and unfortunately her guests just like chat, but spewing out a whole bunch of stuff that you might want to learn, so dispense in the data, as you would say. But anyway, Ariana, it's so good to see you. Mwah! Hope you and your fellow are doing all right this morning. And there she is. She's got the links there. She knows what to do. Ariana R. Cherry says, check out Brian K. Morris's awesome interview on Spoken Word Poetry Podcast. A lot of great information for writers. Check it out. It's on anchor.fm. And so happy. I had a great time on there. It's so good to catch up with you again, Ariana. And I hope you and Josh are doing well. Brian Rodman says, so excited for your second Flash Fiction chapter. Everyone be sure to check out Brian's Patreon. It's bombastic. Yes, it is. Thank you, Brian Rodman. So appreciate that. And check out brianrodman.com. Let's reciprocate here. But yeah, we posted the second chapter of the Flash Fiction novel I'm writing. And I'm real excited. And wait till you get to chapter 5. We introduce a possible romance in there. And of course, chapter 6 is the aftermath, and then we get back into the action. What I'm doing with the Flash Fiction first draft Flash novel is I have a general idea where it's going. I've got several ideas where it could wind up, and we're using a couple of public domain characters, and we also. And this will probably be more associated with our hard open on the Patreon page when we do some stuff to try to entice you to come over to the dork side. And one of them is going to be, actually, we're going to have 2 grand prizes as far as that book goes. Yes, the book will become part of a promotion that I think people are going to enjoy. But anyway, please check it out. It's Brian K. Morris, all one word, all lowercase at Patreon. Or PM me and I will send you a link. And for just $1 a month, you get benefits from knowing me. And you're all saying, well, it's about time something good came from knowing you. With your support of just $1 per month, I will include your name in every publication we do from this point on, as long as you are a Patreon subscriber. So, Doc Saga, if you want to see your name inside that book, $1 will do it. And for $5 a month, you get to see the chapters of the Flash Fiction book, and we're posting those once a month. Plus, we've started our blog again. We started that yesterday. Some editions will be open to the public, so you can see what we're up to. It's kind of like the same reason when you're pulled over for a traffic stop, you keep your hands on the steering wheel. That same reasoning. And but some comments will not be for the general public. It'll be for my subscribers only. So if you want to see if I'm talking about you, you need to drop a little money, and that's painless every month. $1 will get you a mention in all of our publications as long as you're a Patreon subscriber. $5 will get you access to the Flash Fiction first draft book I'm writing, as well as some videos that will either premiere there before going out on YouTube, or there'll be some videos that are unique to Patreon. Okay, so please sign up for Patreon. Oh, and also we haven't seeded it yet because I want to make sure they're good. But we're putting together some PDFs of our work, and we're going to post it at the $10 level, so you can have PDFs of our stuff. All right. So anyway, thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. And Brian, if you read that, please, I would welcome your comments. I welcome a lot of your comments. I really would. And Magi J Caretaker, did you see Carol Baskin got eliminated from Dancing with the Stars? No, I heard that. I want to find out that a tiger ate her. That they just, they said, well, sorry, Carol, you're out from Dancing with the Stars, but to make sure you don't come back, release the lions. I think that would be fun. It's like within 2 minutes, I was tired of her, and that lion guy. I just had up to here with fake celebrities. They take attention away from you and myself, Magi Jake, genuine celebrities. I have a legion of admirers. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, Old Man says, Brian, we are funded. Yes, good for you, Silvio. Silvio Spotty here. Oh, damn, I revealed the secret identity. I'm sorry, Silvio. No, nobody watches this show. Just the tens of thousands of people. Anyway, Brian, we are funded and going to the first stretch goal. Yes, that is so cool. Congratulations. Don't give up now, Silvio. Go ahead. Keep posting on the Rising Tide Publications page. And if you haven't, you and the general public out there, or the major or the colonel or the corporal page, even the PFC page, check out what Silvio Spotty is doing with his great new book. And he's got a crowdfunder on Kickstarter going right now, and some great thank you gifts. So please, 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 please check it out and give Silvio some support. Okay, I plan to myself. And it's a beautiful day, sunny. Yeah, just a little bit crisp outside, but we're going to get some cool temperatures. We are moving into fall, and I figure that as long as I don't have to push down my driveway, I don't really care what the weather is. And it was on the Yahoo News feed this morning, Brian. Okay, that's all the confirmation I need. That's Yahoo is not fake news. For those of you who came in late, yes, you Phantom fans, the President of the United States and his wife Melania have, according to the president on his Twitter feed, has said that he has contracted COVID-19. So we are not going to celebrate it. All right. That's not what this is for. John Pica will tell you this is not worth celebrating for anyone. John has been very, very ill. He came down with it upon coming back from non-con 5. Actually, I had to believe that it was that dust in the air probably did you in, John. I was coughing for about 24 hours after I left that place, and I was wearing a mask. It was pretty dusty in there. A lot of that dust probably hasn't been moved since the 1960s. So anyway, but it was a great venue. OMG, we loved having time with you, John, and with Magi Jake and Amy and Molly and Charles. OMG, it was such a good time. So good to get out just once. But we're going to do it again. We are going, speaking of busy October, as we were earlier, we are still green lighted for Kokomo Con in Kokomo, Indiana. That's at 1500 North Reed Road in Kokomo. Real easy to get to. wonderful amount of parking, and masks are required. There will be social distancing. There will be hand sanitizer stations installed. And if nothing else, come by the Rising Tide Publications booth. You will see my cheerful mug there. And buy some books and drink some hand sanitizer with me. Let's have a couple shots together. Anyway, Carl Wisman, the news was on the New York Times too. Okay, thank you, Carl. Thank you, Carlene. Okay. I'm glad I'm not spreading fake news. And yes, says Amy Hale, it's been confirmed that they have it. Aha. Excellent. Thank you, my fact checkers. You are better than Snopes, all three of you. And author Michaela J says, Carl Wisman, thank you. And Tina McHenry. Mwah! Tina, how are you, darling? And happy Friday, everyone. Have a great weekend and check out hasm.com. Hey, Tina, if you're still listening, my compliments. I just got my PDF downloads from the Kickstarter for Rodney Fike. Check out the work of Rodney Fike. Excellent writer, excellent artist. And I'm digging those comics. I am so digging them. Thank you, Tina, for sending those. I'm over the moon. Those are great. Good work. Good work all around, Tina. And Teresa Dunn has a link to her Facebook page. Please check it out. And oh yes, to that one meme. I can't see it on the air, unfortunately. I don't think. Let me check. No, I can't see it. But I love sniffing new books. Teresa. And I like licking spines. Oh, yes, I do. Jim Beard and John Bruning, this one's for you. Quest for the Space Gods, available on Amazon right now. A disgraced journalist in the 1970s is searching the world for evidence of extraterrestrial intervention in early man's affairs. One, to vindicate his career. Two, to prepare us for their return. 6 great stories, one of whom is by myself. Quest for the Space Gods from Flinch Books, available on Amazon right now. And anyway, and Jim Beard is probably blocking me right now. Wait, Teresa loves sniffing new books. I like licking them. And Molly Daniels just checked. It's on the New York Times, USA Today, CBS, and the Washington Post. Well, USA Today and the Washington Post and CBS. Okay, that kind of shoots it down. Then this is totally fake news. It's a false alarm, people. No, I just saw it just before I came online to do the show this morning, and I wasn't sure if it was real or if someone had just photoshopped it, but. How little has the man been wearing a mask? How much, this isn't political. This is just common sense. How many times has he disagreed with the scientists? How many times has he not worn a mask? In fact, absolutely refused to wear a mask, and is just gone about his merry way and saying, I can't wear a mask. I can't be seen wearing a mask, even though he finally did do it. If you are an anti-masker and if that isn't a call to action, I don't know what is. I don't know what it is. And Teresa Dunn from YouTube says, I love sniffing new books and licking them. That's my girl. That's what we should have done. That's what we should do, Teresa. Next time we get together with our writer friends, and we should have done it at non-con, just sit there and lick book spines all day long.
Not after being in non-con.
Not after being a non-con, that's true. And who knows who would join us to lick those books who are from another realm, if you know what I mean. We had some incidents there, didn't we, Amy? And Christian Basil, what pocket am I in today? Author Michaela J. Does it matter? Does it matter? Anyway, you had me at author Michaela Jade will be there, says Christian Basil. Yeah, Christian, please come join us. Please come join us. Actually, I'm probably, I'm going to be doing some episodes with broadcasters, and Christian, I need to talk to you about doing an episode if you're not busy every Tuesday, because we are going to have coming in October. This is a good thing. In fact, the week after Michaela Jade, who's going to kick off our broadcasts on Clever Title Pending in October. We're going to be joined on the 13th by Phil Locklear. Demon Phil himself is going to be joining me, and we're going to talk about his great broadcasting empire. And then after that, Amy Hale has agreed to return to Clever Title Pending, and we're going to get tanked up, the two of us. We have a history of being on broadcast together while drinking. So I'm going to have my own drunken rant that night. But we welcome your questions. Please join us and bring your questions. But Amy Hale will be with us on Tuesday, the 20th of October. And then to celebrate his birthday, broadcaster Brian Wensloff, will be on the 27th. And then we got more stuff coming up in November that you will be excited by. So please join us on Clever Title Pending every Tuesday night at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central, where we talk about creativity and the business behind it. And author Michaela J. says, "You're in my hip pocket, Christian Basil." Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, and Philip Thompson says, "Who does covers?" Well, if you want a painted cover for your book, Philip, here's some advice. Check out Jeffrey Hayes, who has been in our plasmafiregraphics.com. plasmafiregraphics.com, or the Plasma Fire Graphics page on Facebook. Jeffrey does a lot of great illustrations. OMG, they're beautiful. And so does Trevor Hawkins. You can find, he's also on Instagram as well. He gave you his address earlier, Funky Philosophy Fridays, which is kind of a program that he was running, I think in Memphis, wasn't it? Memphis, Tennessee for a while, I think it was. Or in Atlanta, I can't remember which one. They're both the same, right? Anyway, they're both suburbs of Bloomfield, Illinois. All right, we all know that. Anyway, and I just see Carla Whitman's next statement. But anyway, I would, if you're wanting a painted cover, not line work like you do, Philip, I would go to Jeffrey Hayes or Trevor Hawkins. And they both do pen and ink too. I know Trevor does. But contact them and see what their prices are. You know, nobody's going to do this for free, Philip, except you. You will work for yourself for free. You'll get paid later when you're publishing. But otherwise, if you see an artist you like, contact them if they have a social media presence and ask if they do covers. 2, ask how much. And like I said, you'll have to get some out-of-pocket expense probably for most of these. Or if you know someone who you want to see draw your book, say a fan artist with a following, you know, the possibilities are numerous. And Carl Wisman says from YouTube, #sniff don't lick. Carl, I don't think that that advice is applicable in every situation, particularly the ones that Christian and I think about. Drink. And Sarah, and Michaela. And Carly, and you for that matter. Anyway, author Michaela says, "I do take requests. I could slip you into a different place. I mean, pocket. I meant pockets. Yeah. Oh, yeah. For what I'm thinking again, Michaela. Oh, I need a big drink on that one. Anyway, and love the plugs, fellas. Oh yeah, that's the thing. Michaela has admitted she loves it when we plug her. And when the guys line up to plug her repeatedly, that makes her day. It really does. And she can outlast any of us as far as the plugging thing goes. But anyway, author Michaela J. says the Elite Warrior series so far has 8 stories of badass heroes and the women who bring them to their knees. You're going to drown this morning, people. Anyway, check out the work of author Michaela Jade, available on Amazon and other fine book-selling venues, because she is awesome. She really, all kidding aside, she is a really, really talented writer. And you're going to be glad you know her now, because there's going to be a day not long from now when she's going to be too good to speak to all of us. All right. And Magi J Caretaker, when I was in theater, I was forced to learn the fast-paced dancing that was in Footloose, but luckily I got to dance with lots of pretty girls. And what's wrong with that, Magi Jake? I'm telling you now. I'm a married guy, but I still have a pulse, and I'm not saying that hanging around with attractive people is a bad thing. In fact, I have to say, one time it was my birthday. We were doing a production of Disney's Beauty and the Beast. I was Gaston. That's where I first picked up the sideburns, and I just kept them after that. But it was pointed out that it was like the first day of rehearsal. It was on my birthday, and everyone's saying happy birthday to me. And my usual reaction to people singing happy birthday is like, oh God, please don't, because most people aren't trained to sing. And I include myself in that number. But have you ever heard happy birthday to you sung by people that know how to sing? I was sitting there and I'm like, wow, this is great. And it happened again a couple of years ago when I was in Anything Goes here at the Civic Theater of Greater Lafayette, Indiana. During one of the final rehearsals, we were almost done, and all of a sudden, the director comes up and gives us our notes and says, "Oh, by the way, everyone, 1, 2, 3, hit it!" And then everyone's saying "Happy Birthday" to me again, and I'm like, "Wow, this is awesome!" So anyway, good for you, Magi Jake. And Magi Jake, that's a great way. I'm doing a video soon for some conventions dealing with how to prepare for doing broadcasting like I do. And I have to say, community theater was a great resource as far as learning to put myself out, developing a personality and branding, etc. And it was really helpful. It helped my presence and my ability to do a show like this. So never learned to talk any better or think, but no, a lot of benefits to community theater. You all might check it out. Brian Rodman continues saying, to get into the Halloween spirit, check out the prologue and first issue of the horror fantasy series Memoirs of an Angel, free for all Nevermorians. Follow the links below and enjoy. Take Brian Rodman up on this before he comes to his senses. Anyway, yeah, check it out. I did. And I see nothing but potential in that. I think that is going to be a great, great series. I'm really looking forward to seeing the future editions. So please check out the work of Brian Rodman. He's incredibly talented and a great guy and a fantastic broadcaster too. And good morning, Adrian Johnson. Saw you sneak in there. How you doing, buddy? Good morning to you. And Rick Bradley, glad to see you as well. And we got all kinds of people coming up. I better hurry up and get caught up, huh? Anyway, let's see. Just shot past some comments. There we go. Nick Tockard, good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well this morning. Good morning, Nevermorians. It's that time of year. We have begun our annual reading of Roger Zelazny's A Night in the Lonesome October. Oh man, that's right. You do that every year. That is cool, Nick. And I love Roger Zelazny. I read the Amber series years ago. That was great. And Trevor Hawkins mocks Carl from the safety of YouTube with his laughter. Oh, you mocking artist, you. And there are no greater celebrities than the Rising Tide authors. And you're one of them, Nick Tockard. Go to Amazon.com and check out his awesomeness too. He's also a great illustrator. Check that out on DeviantArt.com. And just check out the work of Nick Tockard. He's a great guy and a great talent. And speaking of great talent, Mary DeMoss, saw you sneak in there. How are you this morning? Hope you're doing well. And we got more people coming up here. We got to say hello to, like Rick Bradley. Good morning, Nevermorians. Good morning to you, Superstar. Hope you're having a great Friday so far. And it continues on to the end of the day and the weekend. Anyway, Adrian Johnson, good morning, Brian and friends. Hope everyone is having a great Friday. I sure am. Because you're here. I'm really glad to see you, Adrian. Hope you were looking forward to a great weekend. And hashtag lick the spine, says Brian Rodman. Oh, yeah. And a piece of paper. Oh, yeah. I like my books soggy. Anyway, I take caretaker. My dad had the virus usually when my dad was in 8 helicopter wrecks in the Army. He said he suffered worse with the virus. Well, that's the thing. Some people are more prone to upper respiratory viral infections. I happen to be one of them. I've caught more colds and more flus than my wife has. In fact, for a while, she worked at a daycare center cooking for those little kids. And you know how kids are. They're immune to everything. They're little festering mobile piles of radioactive waste. And have you ever changed a diaper, people? I mean, come on. And they little petri dishes. Yes, Cookie. Yeah, they're just little. If those kids were weaponized, we could launch them at our enemies and destroy them in weeks. But yeah, Cookie had come home carrying these vile diseases that science didn't even have a cure for or even a name. And of course, I would get sick. I'd have to die to feel better. And she's just fine. I'm glad to say, but poor me, poor long-suffering innocent Brian. And you probably heard my eyes roll from the other room. So anyway, please tell your dad from me to take care, and tell your dad it was a pleasure to meet him Sunday. It really was. I'm sorry I didn't get more chance to talk to both of you. And author Michaela Jade, I licked the spine for Christian and sent him a package. Ooh, and Christian's probably like trying to see if he can pick up some of your DNA. He's going to clone you. And Rick Bradley says, apple pie, monsters, ancient evil, and even a little bit of nudity. Oh, enough about my Friday nights. Anyway, all of these and more when you order the introduction to Rick Bradley's Eden Falls trilogy. The first part is called Marvin's Night Out. Ooh la la. Right now in Amazon in paperback and digital format. Check out that link. Check out the work of Rick Bradley. Also check out from Neil Leaf Press, the Nightmare Collective. Rick and I are both in there, along with some great writers like Douglas Deck and Jen Thompson, Jolene Naylor. Check both books out. You'll have a complete set of Rick Bradley. Also, Carl Wisman says, is the book licking over? Can I look again? Yeah, Carl, open your eyes and look now. There we go. And if Jim Beard ever sees this show, he's gonna tell me to stop doing what I'm doing. Anyway, Rick Bradley says, please check out his author page on Facebook at rbradley42, and because he posts some funny things and updates to his upcoming projects. He also has a website, Author Rick Bradley. You do want to see that. You want to check out his work. He's a fantastic author, and you got kudos from Jim Beard the other night, dude, for your progress in your writing career. Thumbs up, brother. Author Michaela J says, ooh, I almost forgot. My Book Warrior Secret is up for cover of the month at allauthor.com. Yes, allauthor.com allows you to to vote once a week for your favorite books. And so please check out Michaela's book cover and give her a vote. I was in the competition last year for the Haunting Scripts of Bachelor's Grove, and we got into the top 24. I was very happy with that because after the first week or so, they start chopping off the final contestants. Like if there's it goes down to like the first 48, then the first 36. It just goes down incrementally. And we want author Michaela Jade is in it to win it. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to take more than a minute. So please check out that website. Please vote. And you can vote once a week. All right. And in fact, I think you get prompts for that too. But you do get kudos from Michaela Jade, and you'll get them from me. All right. Maybe she'll lick your spine out of gratitude. Carl Wisman, do you like books where the heroes win? Ha, too bad. This isn't it. Use the code there that Carl provides, PROSPER, Prosper10, to save 10%, and it ends tonight. Carl, I hope you mentioned a lot during your drunken rant. Go to lulu.com at that link there and pick up the book, The Mad Gasser Cheerleader of Calhoun County, based on real-life incidents, I got to tell you. But anyway, it's a good read. It is a fine book from Carl Wisman. Please check it out. And if you haven't picked it up already, get it. It's a good, quick read. Very well done. And hopefully Carl is going to spend November doing something else. Maybe a sequel even. I think that would be fantastic. And Trevor Hawkins says, it was Lawrenceville, Georgia. Same thing. Memphis, Atlanta, Lawrenceville. What the hell's the difference, Trevor? Right? They're all suburbs of each other. They're all suburbs of Bloomfield, Illinois. And I think I found a town so obscure that I don't think Carl knew where it was. But no, it's someplace I base some of my stories out of. Everyone should have like a home base. And mine is mine's Bloomfield, Illinois. It is on Route 1, State Route 1, south of Chrisman, Illinois, which is kind of parallel. If you could draw a straight line from Decatur, Illinois to Indianapolis, because the route it's on actually does go into Indianapolis. It actually goes near Hannibal, Missouri, too. But map reading aside, one of my hobbies. but when I was growing up, I used to buy some of my back issues. There was an antique store called the Trojan Horse on the square in Paris, Illinois, when I was living in Georgetown at the time. And my mom and I would go that way every Thursday evening to check out the new books in Chrisman, because they got them before Danville at the time. And then I think they ignored the sell-by date. And then the Trojan Horse had bought a big supply of back issues that I was cleaning them out of as best I could. But there was this little town just south of Chrisman, and it had like maybe 10 houses there. It was basically a wide spot in the cornfield. And then it was this unincorporated community, basically. And then I drove through there a couple of years ago to find that it was down to like 6 or 7 houses. It's, you wouldn't think urban renewal happened in that place, but it did. But I keep basing some of my stories out of there. So, but that's the story behind Bloomfield, Illinois, and covered by Eric Hawkins. That's right. The Matt Gasser cheerleader of Calhoun County has a seriously beautiful cover by Eric Hawkins. He did a fantastic job. I may have to talk him into doing a cover for me one day, although he's going to charge me triple. Magi Jake Caretaker says, and to all the Nevermorians, feel free to send me a friend request. I love talking to all of you. Magi Jake is a great guy. I love talking to him, and I love how he dresses. My wife is still knocked out by that tuxedo jacket of yours, and I'm going to own one soon because Magi Jake showed me where he bought it. It was beautiful. In fact, I may own a bunch of them just so I can look spiffy like you. But no, Magi Jake is a very talented prestidigitator or whatever. He does illusions, and he's really, really good at close-up magic. He really is. And he's going to go places. Plus, he also does shows with a gospel flair that you're going to want to check out. And there he is, Joe D. McPhee. Morning, Brian. Hope things are well. Joe, good to see you, my friend. How are you this morning? Things are going great here. Cannot complain at all. I hope you're looking forward to a great weekend, my friend. Good to see you here. Nick Tucker says, with it being spooky month, may I humbly suggest Coy Wolf by Amanda Tockert, available on Amazon right now. I humbly second that emotion. That's a dandy little book, and if you know how to spell Nick's last name, you'll know how to spell Amanda's, because they're man and wife. Anyway, also check out the work of Nicholas Tockert on Amazon as well. He's not just a pretty face. He's also a swords guy. In fact, tonight is going to be the Historical Fencing Guild on YouTube at 8 p.m. Everything's on at 8 p.m. tonight. I'm the only one not broadcasting tonight. So, at least I don't think I am, unless somebody's got plans for me that I haven't been informed of. So anyway, I just got noticed that on YouTube, Frog Leap Studios is doing a cover version of Conga by Gloria Estefan. Oh yeah, we are big fans of Leo on Frog Leap Studios. The fun thing is that Leo is a multi-instrumentalist, and he every week posts a new cover version of a classic song. The first one we heard was Toto's Africa. Beautiful song to begin with, but the thing is, all the songs he does them in heavy metal renditions of them. So we're going to hear a heavy metal conga today. That's going to be so much fun. I'm already looking forward to it. But anyway, Leo's a great musician. Looks like a really good guy, and crazy talented. So please check out Frog Leap Studios and tell him we sent you and try to steal some of his audience. Anyway, thank you very much, Nick Tucker. Sorry for the digression from your message, but please check out the work of Amanda Tucker. She's got a couple books out, and you need to own both of them. Also, check out Nicholas Tockert's work as well. Great writer. Great person. And sniff it before you lick it, says Rick Radley. That's a great hashtag. We are getting new themes for this show. Magi J Caretaker, who's come to save us all, hopefully. He says, one girl I danced with came up to my stomach, so it was hard doing some dances because of how tall I was compared to her. Yeah, but the effort was worthwhile, right? There are just some things in life, Magi Jake, it's like, okay, let's do another take of that. Oh, the love scene? Okay, we got to get it right. And Joe McKeel says, gotta run. Catch y'all Monday. Joe McKeel, thank you for being here, brother. Always a pleasure having you. Don't forget, Stupid O'Clock Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern and Saturdays at 11 p.m. Eastern. It's the after-hours convention conversation you love. And I imagine tomorrow night you guys will probably, without being and the two things, no politics, no religion on that channel. So it's great to hear science talk. Oh my God, those guys are smart. And all kinds of good conversation. And I imagine we'll probably be talking about the state of the presidency right now. And there he is. Greetings from hell. Talented cartoonist Keith Brown. Keith, put in a link to your Amazon work if you would. Keith is, he's got all kinds of good stuff out there. And I'm going to sit down today and read that PDF you sent me, Keith. I have been so busy last couple days. But anyway, check out the work of Keith Brown. Check out his page. He is a talented cartoonist. And y'all need illustrations. Y'all need to check out Keith. Because he not only does cartoons, he also does serious illustrations. He's working with Ron Franz on a project right now. And go ahead, Carl. Look, Brian, lick a cover. I think it's when I do it slowly that Carl goes into convulsions, and it's, well, he should. Thanks for helping me, Carly. And Bill Sarton, happy Friday Morians. Bill Sarton, good to see you, my friend. Check out the artwork of Bill Sarton, Sarton Art 76 on Facebook, where everything old is new again. Watch parties, incredible warm-up sketches, and you can get a commission from this guy. Check it out. Carly, says Carl Wetzman as he pours the bleach into his eyes. And hashtag bring Cookie home. Thank you, Bill Sarton. Much appreciated, brother. That's the theme of everything we do. And Carly goes, yes, dear? In that way that only wives can do. And Cindy Kemp says, yay, for break time. Now I can do stuff like tell you to go here for good books. Brian K. Morris. And while you're at it, look up Cindy Kemp. She also has she's got a great, I gotta say, a couple of months ago, I was checking people's pages to tell them, you really need to pay some attention to your Amazon sales page. And, because it is looking pretty fallow, and I know you've got work out. But Cindy's is beautiful. Cindy's is textbook. And also she is a great writer. She has a fantastic book out right now called Animal Eye, available from Amazon or from bearpublications.com. Plus, she's got some really cool projects. So you can check it all out if you go to Cindy Kemp's website, CKOEPP.com. I always spell it out because I always thought it was Cindy Cope. Because we'd been introduced and I forgot how to pronounce her name. It's hell to grow old, I'm telling you. But anyway, she corrected me, and I've been a good boy ever since. Well, relatively. Christian Basil, sorry, just got back from Michaela Jade's pocket. Anyway, Carl Wetzman says, I'm going to have to give myself therapy now. Oh, video or it didn't happen. Anyway, Jeff Hayes, we'll listen to Jeff Wayne's musical of War of the Worlds as an annual October ritual. That's a good one. I remember hearing that long ago. Do y'all have any fun October traditions beyond the normal decorating candy to little monsters? What Cookie and I like to do, what my wife and I like to do, is just top off the gas tank and take a drive during the daytime to see some of the Midwest scenery. When the leaves change, we love driving down those country roads where you're surrounded by trees on all sides and looking at the beautiful colors. That sets us free. We really love doing that. Other than that, I don't think we really have any Halloween traditions. Turning off our lights and hiding. Yeah, we turn off our lights and hide from the trick-or-treaters. Yeah. We're pretty antisocial. No, we just don't know many kids in this community. Actually, and we did it at the other place too. Yeah, because we didn't like the kids that were coming by. We both remember a day when you would go only to places you knew, or if you were traveling in a pack of other trick-or-treaters, you went to houses where someone had a friend there. But it wasn't like we were like Mormons and trying to hand out copies of the book to sinners. Back in my day, we went only to the places where we knew the families. But right after I stopped being or physically stopped being a kid, mentally I'm still kind of in the realm. And honey, you want me to do that?
No, I got it.
Okay, because I can do a break or something. She's taking eye medicine, so that I usually do it for her. But today I'm a terrible husband. But I'm being with you, so I'm being a good husband to all of you.
Yes.
Yes. So anyway, you want me, I'm timing, honey.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But no, we so, But anyway, we when we were old, we're about the age when people stopped taking kids to just the houses they knew and started canvassing neighborhoods. And we decided, well, we don't really want to encourage that, because kids should be safe and kids should only go to places they know. And so we stopped doing it, and we started eating all the Halloween candy for ourselves, which was actually probably the best part of it. Anyway, Jeff, that's a great idea. What do all of you do for Halloween? That's a great question, Jeff. Thank you. Christian Basil, too busy, and author Michaela Jade's pocket. Oh, I bet you are. And Carl Witzman screams, "Not looking."
Too late.
Too late. Too late. The scars will be with you forever. And here too, says Cindy Kemp, go to Amazon and check out my work. Amazon and Smashwords. That's where you can find my work. Thank you, Cindy. Much love. Love you, hon. You're the best. Thank you for taking care of me. And Christian, we weren't going to tell, says author Michaela Jade. Oh, Christian will scream it from the rooftops. He's so happy. Anyway, Brian Rodman, for those who partake in the free issues of Memoirs of an Angel, head on over to brianrodman.com and subscribe to the newsletter and venture over to the store for more issues of the series. It's like Lord of the Rings meets The Exorcist. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. I agree. Great books. I've got to pick them up too. But Memoirs of an Angel, I love that title, man. That is so good. And also the work of Brian Rodman's so good. Really is. And don't forget to tip your host. Thank you, Cindy Kemp, for that reminder. Cindy takes better care of me than I do myself, and which is something we mentioned on Ariana R. Cherry's podcast the other night, how I'm encouraging you all to promote, and I do so little of it on my own channel. But I do want to say that if you like the look and the sound of the show, and you like the look and sound, look and the taste of our books, you can make them all better with a contribution, however you feel. Large or small, it is all gratefully appreciated and will be acknowledged privately. You'll see the address on the crawl at the bottom of your screen right now. It is at paypal.me/Rising Tide, capital B, capital K, capital M. Rising Tide BKM. That's me. And like I said, we have had just a couple of dollars, and we've had some more sizable contributions. And we're still working with, as far as, the equipment and everything, and trying to get some more stuff to make this show look better and sound better. We can't do much about the host. He's pretty much a lost cause, but the rest of the, also we are using it to purchase covers for our upcoming books and to just generally spiff up our operations as best we can. And by the way, if you want to check out what we do, behold, that QR code in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. If you're on a laptop or a regular computer, just aim your phone at that, shoot it, and that'll take you directly to my Amazon sales page. All right? We appreciate all sales right now. And Nick Tockard says, and thank you, Cindy Kemp, so much. And Nick Tockard says, Brian really promotes glossy book covers. That has to be spittle resistant. Yeah. Sadly it is, but we make the best of it as we can, and especially on Patreon, lots of cool stuff there. Cindy should know. Cindy, we do appreciate your being there. We just posted chapter 2 of Ebony Terror, which is not the title that we're going to use. I really, I just needed a placeholder title, and that's the best one I could think of at that moment. Of course, that's how Clever Title Pending got named too, and look what happened there. But anyway, but no, I think it's a good story so far. I am very pleased with it, but we post the chapters as they come out. We welcome your comments because you may influence the second draft. You never know. We are doing an adventure story set in the 40s. I've already figured out one thing. I'm going to change the year. I think I have it as about 1943 right now. I'm going to change it to the very early, like 1941 or so, or 42. So it's more in line with the original comics. But if you're a fan of the Black Terror, we've got a unique spin on the Black Terror and other public domain heroes from that time. So please become one of my patrons on Patreon at www.patreon, patreon.com / Brian K. Morris, all in lowercase. Plus, we're starting a blog there. We're going to do at least once a week, probably more if we can. I would like to get back to daily blogging if at all possible. I did that for about 4 months a few years ago. I wasn't getting much else done, but I got that done. Anyway, tonight at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, tune into the Historical Fencing Guild and chat with Nicholas Anthony Tuckert. Support your local sword master. This man will teach you how to kill each other safely. And if you're a writer or an artist and you want to learn how to do effective sword play, Nick is you can't put a price on what kind of resource he is. Time, honey. Her medicine has to soak in her eyes for 5 minutes, and so I'm at least making myself useful that way. So anyway, so please check out the Historical Fencing Guild tonight at 8 p.m. So watch all the shows that we have mentioned. They're all happening at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time, and see how many you can pay attention to. But anyway, make your weekend even better, says Bill Sarden. When you click on Facebook's page, SardenArt76, the artwork of Bill Sarden, for all things from yesteryear. Today, with permission from the customer, I'll be showing a cool commission that I've been working on all week. So join the far out and groovy people and check out the artwork of Bill Sarden, where everything old is new again. Check it out. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate that. And Christian Basil says, almost forgot. The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS won runner-up for the Best of the Bay. Nice to get local recognition, which is the Tampa Bay area. And check it out. Go to facebook.com and look for the Traveling TARDIS. Hashtag become part of the legend. Great show. Great show. And I will be on this Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central. We're going to talk about, does the Doctor believe in ghosts? Mac Davis believed in music. Yeah, he believed in love. Cindy Cat says, need some snazzy art for your books, then go to Sarden Art 76. Bill did some artwork for my boot swag. Turned out fabulous. Yes, it did. Cindy sent me some of that, and Billy, you did a bang-up job on that. And Nick Tucker would like it because they're big, stumpy robots. And Christian Basil for Best Internet Radio Show. Good for you, Christian. Seriously, man, I'm proud of you. You deserve the recognition. You have worked your backside off to raise the visibility of the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, and it is so appreciated. Really, you're a good example for all of us in this. Most of the way, we're really worried about you. But anyway, Bill Sarden, Brian, I enjoyed your latest newsletter, especially the extra link. Well, thank you. What Bill is referring to is my own newsletter, which it came out yesterday at 5 p.m. Eastern. And every month I put in 2 secret links. It used to be 1, but then we started 2 during the My Sharona Miley Cyrus Peter pandemic. And we've had things on the panic broadcasts of numerous years, not just 1938 or 1939 rather, but we also have had we've introduced everyone to the joys of marble racing. Yes, yesterday was the 8th race in the glass car series on Jelly Network. That was a lot of fun to watch. Oh, there was some heartbreak in that episode, and really good surprise ending. It was really, really fun. But we also have introduced them to car towing videos and just general falderall. Plus, we had a show with some good advice about chasing best-selling status and why you may not want to do it. So anyway, we've got a little something for everybody, plus a great quote of the month, and I do a personal video for the show. Bill, let me know, do you, and I want to ask everyone that gets my newsletter, do you want me to continue doing the video or to write it out? I'm kind of leaning towards the video myself, but I welcome input. I really do. Magi J Caretaker says, here's a trivia question for all of you. Name the movie this phrase is from. What happened? Somebody pulled my tail. You pulled it yourself. I think it was a home film that Christian Basil did one time, but no. Anyway, no, who knows the answer to that one? My brain is fried and I haven't had enough coffee, so I think I should know. But anyway, somebody pulled my tail. You pulled it yourself. Oh, I do know where that's from. I do remember where that's from. Yes. All right. Okay, I remember. I want to see if anyone else knows. Syndicate Matt Ostrom's artwork for my book covers is really snazzy too, and his chapter header art became book swag too. I forgot about Matt. Matt Ostrom, OSTROM.com. Matt, MATTOSTROM.com. Please check out his work too. He is talented. He's great. And Cindy Kemp says, for all things Doctor Who, go to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Help them make their goal of 40K subscribers. And I think Christian will hit it. I think he's on target to hit it around Thanksgiving. I really do. Let's help him get to that goal. The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. If you have any love for Doctor Who whatsoever, whether it's classic Who or the new series or any of the Doctor Who experience, please check out. What Christian Basil does. It's a really slick, well-produced show, and you will dig it. Also, sign up for Rising Tide's newsletter. It is the bomb diggity. Thank you, Cindy Kip. And considering how much I love your newsletter, that is quite a compliment. In fact, we'll change the crawl right now. Please sign up for the monthly newsletter at Rising Tide. It's Rising Tide without the vowels 01. And we've got a bit.ly address. You can sign up there, or go to risingtide.pub and sign up there, or PM me on Facebook and give me your email address and I'll sign you up myself. Okay. So anyway, we try to make this work, and there we go. We're gonna click over there. All right. Moving on. Let's see. Okay, got that. All right. And Matt Ostrom. Okay. And Rising Tide newsletter is the bomb diggity. Thank you so much, Cindy. I appreciate it. And coming for you, you've got the best one. I'm happy to be number 2. Bill Sargent said, speaking of newsletters, the latest from Cindy Kemp was inspiring and entertaining. Yeah, really, it was, as is always. She puts a lot of thought into her newsletter, and that's what makes it such an incredible read. So please sign up for Cindy's as well. All right. And Jake just found and followed you on Instagram, says Trevor Hawkins. So if you see Funky Philosophy Friday, my friend, follow him back. All right. And Magi Jake Gospel Magician on Instagram. Thank you, Trevor Hawkins. This is how this works. We promote each other. And I'm waiting to make a Kenku costume, says Cindy Kep, to cosplay a character in Condemned Courier. Oh, that's one for books. Great read. The instructions I found online involved melting yoga mats. No. Thinking to do a wireframe with millinery wire and buckram to form the shape. Ideas? I was looking at... Okay, second generation seamstress Cookie is coming to your rescue, Cindy Kep. She is making kind of an oriental type of costume. She's going to cosplay for Cindy Kep is going to cosplay for one of her characters in one of her books. Now, the instructions she found online involving melting a yoga mat, which for some peculiar reason, she doesn't wish to set her house on fire. But what she's thinking of doing is creating a wire frame with millinery wire and buckram to form the shape. Can you think of anything more efficient or more comfortable? She's thinking. Why don't you come in here so they make sure they can hear you? And now here comes the real chief set of hands at Rising Tide and Freelance Words. It's Cookie Morris. Take it away, Cookie Morris.
When they say yoga mat, they might be thinking more of the craft foam. Now, does the piece that she wants to have need to be a certain thickness? Mm-hmm. At which point the craft foam and or the mat might be a good idea. As they say melting, but you put it in the oven at like 200 degrees or 100 degrees for, I think it's 200 degrees for a few moments, and then you put it over a frame. Basically, you're looking to get it soft. You might even be able to do that with a hair dryer if it's a small enough.
Or a heat gun if you have one.
Or a heat gun if you have one.
Mm-hmm. For paint removal.
The wire and buckram might work, but you might find that you have the look of it might be odd because you'll have the heap of where the wire is.
Oh, where it connects up, yeah.
If you don't have buckram thick enough, and sometimes even if it is, it might not be able to take care of the height difference because you're going over and under the wire, but buckram in between is
kind of in concave and convex. The difference there,
yeah.
yeah.
But the craft foam,
Yeah.
How the other thing is how much structure does she need?
Yeah, and
Because
also the weight too.
Because there's
I would
also
think.
Webla.
Yeah, Webla. Yeah, and we saw Webla last time we were in Joanne's.
Yeah.
Yeah, Webla is a lightweight foam that they make like helmets and swords from. It is very, it loves the heat and is very shapeable.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that also means you need to have the shape weighting.
Yeah, kind of like a
you have
form.
to have a form for it.
Yeah, but whereas this is a dress, and it might work out better with the craft foam because I'm also thinking I don't know about milliner's wire, but most wire that I have dealt with in cosplay, like for Orko's hat and all, you bend it, it stays bent.
It gets deformed and dinged.
Yeah, whereas you might be able to do some. It might be you might get a little more flexibility with the craft foam. And craft foam again is something you can pick up usually at
Hobby
Lobby, Joanne's, maybe your local Walmart.
Yeah.
Maybe, probably more in the hobby section more than the sewing section. But no, good advice. And yeah, heat that for like 250, 300 degrees for
the Webla will tell you how to deal with it.
Oh, the Webla will tell you how to do it. I'm thinking of the craft foam. I know we did it one time. And it also contracts, too. That's the thing when you do craft foam. I don't know how much Webla shrinks.
It's not 300. It's a low one that you can...
I thought ours was like 250, and we did pretty well. Of course, we were standing over it. It's not like you set your timer for 20 minutes and go away when you should have set it for 2. Yeah, and also I know that craft foam also becomes more dense. So
I think Webla has a little bit of that too, but not as much as craft foam.
Yeah. So so good ideas.
Yeah, and the other thing is, if she's still does not want to deal with the oven, she might be able to use the craft foam in between the so that she's adjusting for the.
She's doing this.
Yeah. Well, when you have the wire,
hold on. Let me drop her comments so they can see your hands.
So
okay.
When you
so you're
when you
framed.
have the wire and you put the buckram over it, you're going to have that.
This is a visual medium, honey. They're listening.
You can put the craft foam. You might be able to put craft foam beside the wire, so that you're disguising the bumps.
Okay. All right.
And I'm going to kick your bumps, you being so rude.
I'm trying to make sure that the information you're conveying with your hands gets through to my good audience. That's why. And I'm number 1. Oh, yeah. Hey. Let me say, you know what? Ultraman agrees with you. Ultraman says he agrees with Cookie. So anyway, thank you, Cookie.
You're welcome.
And Cindy, I'm sure that if you have any questions, you can contact Cookie directly. Keith Brown, it's all good, buddy. And check out Facebook /The Wages of Sin. Check out the work of Keith Brown. He is crazy talented. He really is. And he's got some books for sale, too, that you can get links to. And, Cindy Cap has to go back into stealth mode. She's out of break. In fact, about 20 minutes ago. I'm out of break time. Mindstorm is available on Amazon for $1.21. Go get yourself one. And while you're there, check out other books of sci-fi, fantasy, and game lit. Cindy Kep, CKOEPP.com. Check it out. Cindy, thank you very much. I hope you go back and watch the show. I had to drop her a line and tell her just get in touch with you. Okay. Anyway, that's the problem with being behind when we get the good conversation going. It's a line from the Cowardly Lion in The Wizard of Oz, says Magi Jake Caretaker. That's what I thought. It took me a moment, but I finally remembered it. Nick Tockard asks, Brian, how long can you play a song without needing permission because either Marvin Gaye or Barry White needs to play in the background of your spine licking? Actually, legally, I can't play a note of it. If it is recognizable, I could get in trouble, to be honest. And in fact, we're doing a video this weekend that will be used at a couple of online conventions on broadcasting about how I do it and how to do it correctly on the other hand. But no, one of the things I am adamant about is no music. Boom chicka wow wow is all we allow here. Because there are actually companies now that look for memes and look for videos and look for music in particular. That if you play even a few notes that's recognizable, you can be sued for copyright infringement. Some people think it involves like how much you use. The only thing in that regard is how much you use in relation to the original. Plus, do we destroy the commercial value of it? Being on this show could do it, or a couple other things. But it's covered on a special section in the fair use section of copyright.org. So we actually one episode we did a while back of Nevermind the Furthermore. We actually got a copyright strike on Facebook. They said that the theme we used for one of our timer videos basically was they owned the music and they were going to sue me for using it. And but the thing was, there are a lot of companies also that claim to have that right, and they make a lot of money by basically conning the public. Well, I saw who made the copyright strike. I researched the company and realized that this was one of them. This was one of those scamming organizations. So I basically pushed back, saying, "Go for it." And a week later, they dropped it. So yeah, I'm a little loath to use any sort of recorded music because RIAA is about as bad, and they're legit. If you remember, like the Napster thing of the 90s. Okay. I see an email I'm going to get to respond to later. I'm involved in another virtual show. They want me. Anyway, we'll have more news on that after we make the final arrangements here. But anyway, yeah, we can get some generic music. I was thinking I need to have some sort of Creative Commons music on here for some of our bits. Anyway, Molly Daniel says this Halloween I'll be in Princeton, Indiana at the Collectors Carnivals and Craft Show at the Gibson County Fairgrounds, 8 to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, hoping it does not rain this year. And she'll be in Industrial Building number one in our hearts as well, Molly. Excellent. Keep promoting that. And hashtag Liquors Anonymous meeting later tonight. No, the only liquor will be the one that's in your glass tonight during your drunken rant, Carl Witzman. You're not fooling anyone. Check out Carl and Carly as they do their drunken rant this tonight at 8 p.m. 7 Central Time, along with every other show on the internet. So anyway, Cindy Kep is an absolute wonder. She is a treasure is what she is, Nick. And so are you. Seriously. Molly Daniel says coffee spewing all over computer. LMAO, Carl mops keyboard before it gets sticky. Christian likes it sticky. Sorry, Molly, says Carl, but he doesn't mean it. And dry books matter. It depends on how you moisten them. Sorry, Amy. And Carleen says, Molly, that's why I sit back away from the keyboard when I'm here. I have friends that the minute they see that my name is attached to the email, they put down their coffee cup and make sure they swallowed. And swallowing's important. Molly Daniels, I have to keep the volume down. Adult children sleeping. Oh, hey, adult children. Time to wake up. It's the crack of noon. And hello there, Sarah mwah, from YouTube. So glad to see you as always. I love you. I'm so glad to see you. I need to talk to you more often. It makes me happy. And hi, Sarah, says Molly Daniels. And Carl Witzman is, Sarah S. Oh, yeah. Hi, Molly and Carl. And yay, Christian. Whoop, says Molly Daniels. And Cindy, video. Excellent. Okay, cool. Talking to us from Facebook. And Carleen guessed it correctly. Wizard of Oz. Johnny Olson, tell the lady what she's won. And Christian Basil says, sorry, Magi Jake Caretaker, you said I need to chase tail what? Oh, pray for Christian, Magi Jake, pray for Christian. And to answer your question, Brian, either works for me. Okay, cool. All right, cool. I'm glad to get that feedback because I do the videos for a specific reason, and it's not because I can't type. Like, We have spell check for a reason, usually bad ones. But no, I started doing it because I had specific things in mind for uh, the newsletter, and it gets a little closer to what I really want the newsletter to be. I am such an anal guy. Anyway, Rick Bradley, I've not had a chance to watch the newsletter. I'll let you know though, Brian. Yeah, please. Yeah, Rick, what I'm really looking forward to is do you prefer the video format, or do you want me to go back to actually typing it out? That's the thing. I put the same amount of effort in both of them. Some months you can tell. Anyway, Cindy, melting yoga mats. Is that code? Says Christian Basil. And Carl Westman, she looked at him and her yoga mat melted. And then she licked its spine and it dissolved. Anyway, excuse me. Anyway, Nick Tucker says actually heat shaping a yoga mat is common practice for a lot of cosplayers when making armor, so it isn't that far-fetched. I have dabbled in making plastic-dipped weapons for commission using similar processes. Look into it on YouTube before writing the idea off. Well, it's actually one of those things with a yoga mat, for instance, and I'm thinking it's probably like this. Those kind you get like those 4 squares for like $8 at the hardware store type. Yeah. And for that, I wonder would a heat gun be more apropos? And you use a heat gun for like removing paint as long as it isn't asbestos.
Depending on the size of the piece needed.
Depending on the size of the piece needed, yeah. But anyway, let's maybe we can do something to help Cindy out here. And not set her house on fire. I think that would be cool. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, just shot past a lot of comments. Where was I at? Okay, let's just go down this way. The joys of StreamYard, but it's worth what you pay for it, right? Anyway, Rick Bradley, for 1 year we made a breastplate for my son with a cheap yoga mat from Walmart. We just used a very sharp box cutter and cut it into the shape needed. Very cool. And Christian Basil says Cookie has beautiful hands. Thank you, she says. Yes, she does. And Cindy Cap says, thanks, Cookie. I'll look into those alternatives.
Okay, good.
Good. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Cindy. I'm glad you're still here. Christian Basil says, bring Cookie Morris Monster home. Thank you, Christian. Thank you for everything. And Rick Bradley, Cookie equals hand model of the century. That's right. She is the official hand model of the Nevermorian Empire. Magi Jake says, here's another movie phrase trivia question. How can you talk without a brain? I don't know. Some people talk without brains do a lot of talking, don't they? Okay. I bet I know what that one is too. Somebody's been watching a certain film, haven't they? And which is a great.
Especially for this political season, that seems apropos.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. We know a lot of people without brains and without hearts, and certainly a lot of them without courage. Anyway, my phone is being a butthole. It keeps licking me out, or kicking me out. Excuse me. I like mine better. Michaela's phone is kicking her out. I thought it said licking at first. I looked. I wear lineless bifocals, and sometimes it's hard to hit that sweet spot when you're moving your head as often as I do. And then she said, being a Christian, Carl, and I are going to drown before the end of the show. Anyway, I'm just like, there's just so much to unpack for that sentence. We're going to move on. Let me snuggle up next to Christian and see if that helps. Ooh. Oh, Christian. Boom, chicka, wow, wow. Author Michaela J. Too much vibration? And Nick, says Rick Bradley, I'm sure there is some public use music that would suffice. Hey, folks, Rick, Nick, you want to know where is a good source, an excellent source, in fact, of free music that you don't have to pay royalties for? It's called YouTube. Seriously, go to the YouTube. If you have a YouTube account, go to the YouTube Studio, and they have an ever-expanding library. Now, sometimes you may have to give the artist credit, or they specify whether it's for commercial or non-commercial use. For instance, if your broadcast is monetized, I'm sure that would be a commercial use for one thing. But many of them just say, here's my music. In fact, you'll see the Skyman, I think it is, promo I do. And my condition for using that music is I have to give the artist credit for it, which I'm gleefully able to do. I think they deserve it. It's beautiful music. In fact, mostly for illustrative purposes. Okay, not that I want you to buy this book. I have no commercial interest in you doing that whatsoever. Oh, and seriously, I come on, guys. Come on, I mean it. I mean, if you want to, that'd be really, really sweet. But anyway, here's no, it isn't just the Skyman. I think it's this one. Let's check. And that wasn't it. Apparently, it is this one. Yes, Corey Gray, thank you very much for letting me use your incredible music. And what the heck? Oh, I got a phone call. They don't realize I'm on the air. Anyway, but no, check out YouTube. Check out the YouTube studio, and also do a search for music, Creative Commons. Also, a good friend of our show, Dave Woodrum. He does music for shows for you, for your use. Contact Dave Woodrum. He's a good guy. I'm sure many of you are friends with him. I am. And Molly Daniels, what was the line? I missed it. Well, then you have to pay attention, Molly. You have to pay attention. You never know what's going to happen on the show because God knows I don't. So anyway, go back. You can watch the rerun or, or just scroll up in the comments on YouTube. So my last shameless plug for this one, Pops Van Zant, didn't see you sneak in there, brother. Glad to see you as always. Check out CromCon happening this weekend, I think. Anyway, yes, catch the pre-show tonight. Check out not non-com, that was last week. Check out CromCon. Pops Van Zant runs a great show, and it's a great monthly virtual convention that I love, and he does too, and it shows. And Pops, saw your post yesterday, man. Hope everything gets sorted out, man. Enjoy your kids' special day this weekend, okay? And I believe your son's getting married. I hope you can relax and enjoy the special occasion, man. And congratulations to the newlyweds. And Liquor's anonymous, but that's my favorite creature in the Resident Evil game, says Rick Bradley. Oh, good for you, Rick. And DM me, Brian. I have a friend who is a music teacher, operatic singer, and composer who is considering taking commissions. She's quite handy with a hand X as well. Might have a solution, says Nick Tockard. Contact Nick if you need music for your show. We shot past his comments. I want to say hello to Joey Reynolds. Good to see you. Glad to see you're going great guns with this. Keep it going. Joey Reynolds, thank you, my man. Hope you are doing well. And if you've got something you want to promote, Joey, I demand. I'm stomping my hands and clapping my feet to make sure that you promote yourself, Joey. It's good to see you, man. It's been too long. Hope you're doing well. Christian Basil says, liquor should be free to lick whoever they want, whenever they want, and be from shame. What, you want us to be ashamed of licking who we want? I'm sure that the people being licked would consider that some sort of personal intrusion. I'm leaving. Anyway, Carl Westman, psychotherapy will be provided tonight during the aforementioned ranch. Also, alcohol therapy. That's my favorite. And the Kraken may flow. Who knows? We need Kraken tonight, honey.
Remember what time I'm coming home?
We need Kraken tonight, honey.
You need Kraken tonight.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay. Anyway, I'll be drinking because I miss you. How's that? Okay, cool. Anyway, yes, a heat gun is great for shaping, heating the outside of a bend, lets the material stretch usually. Yeah, And I've never used it with the thicker foam, the padding foam myself, but we have used, like I said, the craft foam, the very thin stuff. And it makes it, when it's soft, it's a little easier to like sew and everything, to bind it together. But it's also cheap, as is the matte foam too. But safety third. All right, that's the important part. Philip Thompson says, "I wish I could go to Comic Cons. Doesn't anybody?" Yeah, Philip, they're starting to open up. The Kokomo Con on October 17th is still going on, but you have to wear a mask in order to enter. Contact Comics Cubed in Kokomo. That's the name of the page here on Facebook. It's Comics Cubed in Kokomo. That's the name of the page. Contact them and see about being able to purchase. You can purchase a mask from them with the convention logo, and that also gets you admission into the show. But as it is right now, it is too dangerous to have large groups of people, because when that happens, you have spiking. And I know, Philip, you go to ones in the Indianapolis area. Right now, if you're keeping track, Indianapolis is one of the 3 most heavily infected counties in the state of Indiana as far as the My Sharona, Miley Cyrus, Peter pandemic goes. So we've all got to be safe, Philip. We all have to sacrifice this year. And, and when one opens up, keep an eye out. It may be a smaller show like NonCon was last week. And Kokomo Con is a good sized show, but it's not on the lines of, say, an indie pop con. But it's a fun show. It's a great. You ought to consider coming out if you can. Magi Jake Caretaker says, "I'm obsessed with the Wizard of Oz." Nothing wrong with that. You and Eric Hawkins need to talk. His comic book is based on the L. Frank Baum books, so it's not Ruby Slippers for one thing. Inspired by, yes, it's a sequel to, actually. They're in the public domain, honey.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so he can do that. Now, not all of the ones that followed are in the public domain yet. Tell Cookie I'm sending love to her, says Magi Jake Caretaker. It's awesome hanging out with you two. She says, we loved meeting you, Magi Jake. You were and are a treasure. You are. And YouTube, what's that? Asks Rick Bradley. Never worry your pretty little head about it, Rick. Nobody goes there. If they did, I might have more than 121 subscribers. But please, if you're on YouTube, even if you never go there, please subscribe to the Rising Tide, Brian K. Morris Rising Tide Publications channel, because we got stuff planned and we got special videos coming up soon. So, and Heather Grant, haven't talked to you in ages. Mwah, how are you doing? Hope you are well. Harbor Freight carries 1/2 inch thick foam floor mats that many cosplayers use for armor projects. Yeah. And the thing is, if it has its own little ridging on there usually, and if that's important, but yeah, that's what I was thinking about Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight is, one of my places from whom all blessings flow. So I understand that. Heather, it's good to see you. I hope you've been well. And Christian Basil, truly for illustrated purposes. That's what Hef said about Playboy. Yeah, really? Did he say that? I just thought it was just for the articles and the cartoons. Actually, it was the cartoons. Molly Daniels, my cat had a hairball, and the one who was just goofing off on the computer had to clean it up. Oh, dear. First quote from Wizard of Oz. That's what I missed. Oh, just scroll back, Molly. I think it was on the Facebook half of this, but it was from the Wizard of Oz. And Brian Rodman says, well, my wonderful folks, I need to make like a baby and head out. You all have a fantastic weekend and enjoy the spooky season. BrianRodman.com. So glad you were here, Brian. Hope you have a great weekend. Good to talk to you. And check out his Memoirs of an Angel comic. Good stuff. Philip Thompson has a link to his Instagram. Go find PT Smooth 89 and check out the work of Philip Thompson. Great stuff. Nick Tucker says, Milo Jovovich is my favorite creature from Resident Evil. Mine too. Seeing her in, what was it, The Fifth Element? Yes, says Cookie. Oh, yeah. I remember that glorious outfit she was almost wearing. Anyway, author Michaela Jade says, I will be at the rant with a drink in hand. Good for you, Michaela. I may join you. And Maria Gonzalez. Hello, my friend. Mwah. To you and your wonderful husband. I miss conventions too. So do I. Yeah, I do. I mean, I got to go to one last weekend, but it was a small affair. But it was just the idea. I got to see my friends, and Maria, I got an email, so I'm yours. All right, we will get that going. So anyway, check out Maria Gonzalez page, the MAPLD page. She's got an author extravaganza coming up November 7th, I believe it is. Maria, if you want to drop some links, I do implore you to do so. Molly Daniels, is Kokomo Con still accepting vendors? As far as I know, they are, Molly. Get in touch with Sean D. Hilton. That's SHAWN, middle initial D for delicious, and Hilton like the hotel chain. Okay. And get in touch with him. I don't know what the tables are running this year, but we will be doing social distancing. It'll be kind of like what we did last week at NonCon. Magi J Caretaker said, the good thing with my shows, the magic of my show doesn't require helpers, so I'm practically safe from people because they're far away from the stage. That's true. It's true until your fans rush the stage like you're the Beatles. I can see that happening. Carl Westman, poor cat. Poor Molly. And there he is, Bobby Nash. Howdy, y'all. Happy Friday. Bobby Nash, glad to see you, sir. Hashtag, it may be getting cold outside, but you know what? It's always hashtag the summer of snow. Check out BobbyNash.com. Check out BEN-books.com. Check out AbrahamSnow.com. And check out the work of Bobby Nash. He's got audiobooks. He's got paperbacks, hardcovers, and ebooks, and all kinds of good stuff, and even some free stuff that you can sample. All that is delightful about Bobby Nash. Bobby, it is great to see you, and I need to contact you. You're overdue for an appearance on Clever Title Pending, maybe a solo show. Although Jim Beard expressed the desire to be on the show with you. I'm gonna see if we can't arrange that. And I was telling him, the three of us like to talk. That's not a secret. And I told him what I was going to do is put you and him on, and I was going to go out for a pizza and some drinks and come back a couple hours later. Nobody knew I was gone. So anyway, Bobby Nash, great talent and a great friend. Glad you're here, Bobby. Hope you're looking forward to a good weekend. And Bobby Nash also has I'm going to promote that real fast, and I'll get Molly's comment in again. Bobby has a Patreon page as well. I am now a patron of Bobby Nash, and you think that my page is filling up? You got to check out Bobby's. He's got like 4 or 5 things a day on his. He runs blogs. He has sample chapters. He has got works in progress. Ooh la la, you need to check out what Bobby Nash does. He is awesome, man. And thank you for being here, Bobby, as always, man. It's good to have you here. And Molly Daniels mocks me with her laughter and says, it was all over the spouse's paperwork, fortunately not on anything important. Well, it's the spouse's, so it wasn't important. I've gotten that lesson down in 29 years. Shows what Jelly, short for jealous, thinks of her chief of staff's desk. Ooh, look out. A fight ensues. Magi J Caretaker says, I've actually had people rush the stage. I would just stop the show and say, I'm not going to continue till you sit down and they listen. There you go. Showing the magic of crowd control. And Bobby Nash says, you're the best, man. Let's do it. Jim's the best. Yeah, we're all three the best. That's right, except for the other people who are better than us. Anyway, Bobby, I'll be in touch with you soon. I really would. I'd love to have you back on the show. I loved it when you were on with Charles earlier, and we're going to have another one with you and Charles. I'm just going to make Bobby Nash the host of Clever Title Pending and just be done with it. And there it is, patreon.com/Bobby Nash. Please check out that man's work. He is, oh man, if I could write half as well as he could, he'd still be twice as good as I am. But as it is, he's light years ahead of me, but he's a hardworking guy and a great writer and a great friend. Glad to have you here. And Bobby Nash, I'll come back. Charles, we're gonna get the gang back together. We're gonna get the band back together. I could make a show with just you, me, Bobby Nash, and Jim Beard, but we've had some other great guests, and we're gonna have some more great guests. And so please stay tuned to Clever Title Pending Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Next time around is author Michaela Jaden. We hope you caught Jim Beard's episode last Tuesday. A lot of fun. Great show, despite me. And it's just a really good show. I'm really proud of it. And also that show, I've got to brag. Thank you, Meredith Walgren. That show is now available on iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and Spotify. So that show is moving up. That show is going places. And I'm starting to track the audience numbers now. And they're good. They're good. They're really good. And here we go. Don't forget lunch for Cookie. You got to keep women happy. Feed your woman, Magi J Caretaker. That's the first thing I learned when I started dating Cookie. Feed your woman. And just a few months later, we were married because I fed my woman. That's how you get. That's how you get it, girl. And yes, absolutely, says Bobby Nash. Hey, I'm second and thirding that emotion. We're gonna get the band back together. I promise. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna make this a regular event. We gotta have our Bobby and Charles and everybody. We got a rotating cast of characters here that I just absolutely adore. And they make for a great broadcast, even with me on there. So please check out Clever Title Pending. If you're on the Rising Tide Network or the Geek Insider Network, or especially my YouTube channel, Brian K. Morris, Rising Tide Publications, check out the recent episodes we've had. Let's go through our book. And what other wonderful, wonderful people have we had on the show? We have had Jackie Nelson of The Power Within. Also, Luke Stone, Bill Raup, Ken Keller, Rick Bradley, Teresa Dunn, Cindy Kemp, Charles F. Millhouse, Meredith Logren, Luke Stone, Carl Witzman, Amy Hale, who's coming back on the 20th of October. Also, Dan Smith, Dave Woodrum, Tyrone Tony Reed Jr., David Atkins, Kathy Jackson, who, by the way, send David some prayers today. He's undergoing surgery today. Bobby Nash and Charles F. Millhouse, Amy Hale, T.L. Shively, and Michaela Jade, who's coming back this coming Tuesday. Meredith Logren and Rob Anderson, Kadrolsha Ona, Kathy and Matthew Jackson, and let's see. Oh, did I skip one in there? Let's see, did I get that? I got that. And Carl Witzman and Donna Carleen. That was another good one. And then we had Carl back again not long after that, along with Eric Hawkins, Christian Basil, and Meredith Logren again. Then the following week with Luke Stone, Eric Hawkins, and Jen Thompson of the Indie Author Book Expo and Neil Leaf Press, Jason Nugent, the USA Today best-selling author, Clayton Merwin, cover artist extraordinaire, Charles F. Millhouse again, Luke Stone again, Aaron Casey of the Writers' Room, and the Imagine Other Worlds with Authors Virtual Con coming up November 7th and 8th, as well as Jim Beard last Tuesday and Michaela Jade this coming Tuesday. Check out Clever Title Pending. If you don't pick up something about the craft from watching all those people, you're not trying. Seriously, a lot of wisdom gets dispensed. And good show today. Bye, everyone. Carl Witzman, see you tonight on the Drunken Rant. Looking forward to it. That's on Uncle Carl's Secret Humor page. And if you want an invite there, contact Uncle Carl Witzman or Donna Carleen on Facebook or myself on Facebook, and we'll get you in. But you must have a great sense of humor, and you must be impossible to trigger. Just saying. And I got dumped by a girl for not revealing my magic tricks to her, says Magi J Caretaker. Well, good for you. Everyone knows a magician never reveals their secrets, all right? So you did the right thing. And Bobby Nash, it's impressive how your shows have grown and found an audience. Rising tides do lift all boats. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you so much, man. And it's because of the support of people like you, seriously, and everyone else out there. I am grateful. I really am. And the nice thing is those shows are evergreen because people are... I'm looking at the numbers on some of the older shows, and we're getting more and more people all the time checking out past shows. And so I'm hoping this will translate to some sales, Bobby. But thank you so much for the compliments. That means a lot to me. It really does. And Carleen says, I see which one of the Castle Carly Brian prefers. No, he's the one that asks more often is the thing. I love you both. I really do. And we got to get you on sometime. We'll have you on without him. How's that? And Nick Tucker says, oh, Brian, if you ever have a cancellation and need a substitute, hit me up. I would love to hit you up. I hope both of our wives don't mind. Anyway, but yeah, Nick, you're on my list, man. And my neighbor, who has great internet and a good laptop, says Rick Bradley, with a camera, has given me permission to use their house if I need to be on a show. So yay! Oh gosh, yeah. Oh, that's a good neighbor, man. And Jeff Hayes, cheers, all. Have a great weekend. Jeffrey Hayes, thank you for being here, my man. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. Don't forget PlasmaFireGraphics.com, Plasmafire Graphics on Facebook. So glad you were here, and hope you have a great weekend. Carleen says, sounds good. All right, we'll have to work that out. man, I have an embarrassment of riches of great friends and fantastic show fodder. You guys are amazing. You really are. And with that, we have caught up with your comments. So I'm thinking let's feed Cookie. You probably heard her nod. And anyway, let's interrupt her work, and because I've interrupted all of yours long enough for the last 2 hours. And Charles F. Millhouse says, have a productive day. You too, my friend. It was so good seeing you last Saturday, and hope you and Marianne are well. Thank you for being here, Charles. As always, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for your support. You have no idea how much I genuinely appreciate you and love you all. And so, like I said, this weekend, let me get my thing here. Yes, Sunday night at 9 p.m. I will be with Russell Allen of Russ Explodes. Xenonenite Titan is coming out soon, and he wants me on his show, and I can only say yes to such an awesome guy. Great creator, great friend. And so check us out at 9 p.m. Eastern on Russell Allen's pages, okay? And I'm looking forward to seeing Russell again. He's a terrific guy. And otherwise, we will see you next Monday at 10 a.m., 9 a.m. Central on the next episode of Clever Title Pen. Not Clever Title Pen. Why do I keep saying that for Monday? It's Nevermind the Furthermore. We appreciate your being here as always. And as always, please check out risingtide.pub where you can sign up for my free monthly newsletter. Also, if you want to sign up for the newsletter, just the new one went out yesterday. Already getting compliments on it. Thank you all. And anyway, we provide videos. We have secret links. We have guest editorials. We have inspirational quotes, and most of all, we have motivation, education, and inspiration on the Rising Tide newsletter. So please sign up either at risingtide.pub or contact me directly, private message me on Facebook with your email address, and I will hook you up myself. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for being here, whether you're watching new or on the reruns. So, and when you're here, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, because it helps us gain more visibility and defeat the evil algorithms of YouTube. Also, please subscribe and ring that bell so you'll be notified of all future broadcasts. And if you're watching on Facebook, on either the Indie Event page or the Rising Tide Publications page, please give those pages a like, because again, it helps increase our visibility and it's greatly appreciated. And also on the Rising Tide Publications page on Facebook, we post about 2 or 3 times a day new material. You'll want to be there for it all. And so I think I've run out of stuff to say, and Bobby Nash will get the last word. Have a great weekend, everyone. Gotta run, doing a couple of author interviews today. Good for you, Bobby. Good man. Bobby, enjoy the time online. Enjoy your interviews. We'll enjoy watching them. And you have a fantastic weekend, my brother. Thank you so much for being here. It means a lot to me. And it means a lot to me that you're on here too. So everyone, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Hope you take the time to share some smiles with some people, make somebody's day a little better, and get some work done, because we need more of what you all do, all right? So in closing, and then we're going to have some stuff to finish up the rest of the hour. But anyway, thank you all for being here. Have a fantastic weekend. And as always, this is Brian K. Morris from the Nevermorians saying, stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome. That's just what the heck you are, you know. Anyway, thank you for being here, and we will see you Monday morning at 10 a.m., 9 a.m. Eastern for another Nevermind the Furthermore. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Thank you for tuning in to Nevermind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Publications and Brian K. Morris production. Member of the Comic Book Advocating Network and sponsored by GeekInsider.com. Become part of our show with sponsorship and advertising opportunities. For details, contact advertising@geekinsider.com or visit podcast.geekinsider.com. The Geek Insider podcast is available on your favorite app, so please hit the follow button and share it out to your friends, because if you don't, you might have to turn in your geek card.
This is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
So let's go.
Ooh.
Oh.
My nippies got hard.
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
Now, every Sunday morning, longtime independent comics creator and Indie Volt podcaster Randy Zimmerman hosts a discussion on the lighter side of comics, the more whimsical and fun comics out there on the Sunday Funnies. That's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday on Indie Volt, indievolt.com, the Indie Volt YouTube channel, and the usual Indie Volt sites on Facebook. Listen in, won't you? Participate in the chat. Let's have some fun. See you there.
If you love comic books, you'll love comicspriceguide.com, the world's largest comic book price guide. Basic membership is free, and you'll have access to an amazing message board with a fantastic community of your fellow collectors. You can also upload your comic book inventory and manage its value in real time. Learn more about your favorite comics with their database of over 950,000 comics. It's a great place to sell, buy, or trade comics. So celebrate being a geek and sign up for comicspriceguide.com today. Looking for highly entertaining pop culture podcasts with high production values? Then check out the Journey into Comics podcast network at journeyintocomics.com. Nate Phillips and his crew deliver an amazing variety of downloadable podcasts on a variety of pop culture subjects, from comic books to entertaining with friends, from Doctor Who to professional wrestling. If you have a geek interest, the Journey into Comics podcast network is made just for you. For a complete downloadable selection of their shows, go to journeyintocomics.com. You can also subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, Podbean, and Stitcher Radio. So, for an incredible selection of pop culture podcasts that consistently deliver insight and humor, check out journeyintocomics.com today.